seconds.
And we are now recording for what it matters.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we go.
Oh god, ladies and gentlemen. Bro, you're assuming that fucking people who watch Men of War tourneys are, like, actual people. I'm not convinced we're all robots at this point. But, this should be interesting, I guess.
Oh, of course it will. So, on the one side, we got Cornstarch. They lost the map pick, but they won the faction pick, so they're playing Allies. And they got their chosen side, which is side A. And then we have Team B, which is 3-2-1's team. This game sucks. Cornstarch's team, Dave. And we have, what was it? 2 Americans and 1 Soviet, and 2 Japan,
2 Japanese and 1 SS.
1
yeah.
SS. So
it's pretty balanced, but
based on this map, it's relatively flat, relatively open. There's some cover, a lot of like little fence walls and some houses and stuff. I fully expect to see Devil's Brigade and probably a fair bit of flamethrowers, as there's a couple ditches around that could be pretty abusive.
You say Devil's Brigade, but they did not do that in the last match, so that might have been because they were more confident about winning. We'll see. In the end, I need to see the map first because I don't know a lot of these by name. Oh, here we go. Alright, I am spectating the Axis players, and from where I am facing...
I am as well. So, face north.
Yep.
You said they have a... I don't see a point indicator on these flags at all.
There was, at least in the last one. Maybe they have to capture them first.
We'll refer to it as... This will be like the naturals, so A1, B1, and then we'll go 1, 2, 3 across the middle, and then, or A1, A2, and then this will be B1, B2 for the Axis side back points.
Right on. Let's check out what they're buying. Got Japanese suicide chargers on the right for the Axis. Oh, I gotta turn
got Grenadiers on the right. Yeah, I just did that too. More suicide chargers. We are not seeing Devil's Brigade. We're seeing...
Yeah, like I noticed that. They didn't do that last time.
Yeah, we're just seeing
Marines
rifle.
and a Soviet player, which is a good choice. Marines are always good.
Huh.
Oh, we got more Marines from the other Soviet player because they switched from US. But yeah, definitely no Devil's Brigade.
Yeah,
you just pure rifle.
Point 1, the far western point in the middle, it would be pretty abusive for a flamethrower tank, as well as if they can get back up into the natural of
I'm
this game
curious,
sucks.
who's going to bring up the flamethrower tank?
Because
you can see
it's this here.
No, you could have an early SS flamethrower.
I mean,
you've got the Japanese.
We're definitely going to see SSDs. I feel like that's just too much of the way they play. And then I fully expect SS to probably get one eventually, because again, Flam Panzer 3s are so good.
Very true. But
we got some grenade action going around over here. Cornstarch beating out Wild style.
Yeah, the flood of Japanese troops is landing. The grenade spam.
Grenade spam everywhere going on. Barbara facing off way worse against 3-2-1.
Yeah, Soviet Marines are faring really well against the Japs, taking minimal losses.
Looks like Barbara got wiped and he's sending in a Jeep to try to recover. But elsewhere, it looks like the Allies have taken the upper hand.
Oop, value grenade from a Japanese player. Yep, kills a bunch of them.
This looks fairly in the Allies' favor. I guess not point-wise currently, but they should be able to take this without too many problems.
They have a strong position in the middle. They've got Terra has sandbags up and SVT troops behind that. And granted, he's going against the SS, but the SS has a lot worse of a position.
Seeing a lot of Jeeps. I'm not really a big fan of the Jeeps. I feel like they're too flimsy. I mean, against Japan they might work alright. We got the Gaz AA truck, well, that's not a Jeep. And then we have an SG-43, so we have a lot of machine guns coming up from the Allies. We got a Fallschirmjäger MG-42 heading up over to the west side. He might get killed. He's already taking a hit. Down the half health. He was down the half health.
I saw that. I was in on that, yeah. Well, if he gets healed, then that is a very strong hold on that side. SS. Yeah, it is SS, Fallschirmjäger.
Yeah, it's against the Soviets, so... I mean, unless the Soviets bring up some, like, shock and just creep up with smoke or something, I have a real hard time with that.
If they microed a gas truck, they could do really well.
And
there.
we are seeing the mechanized push. We got the SS bringing out double half-tracks and the SSD and a 20cm. And we got a Fallschirmjäger squad.
Very nice timing push.
So,
they have the AA, but they left it in spawn. Oh, that's Japanese. Yeah.
So we have 3 Fallschirmjäger MG42s already on the field because he saved for a Fallschirmjäger squad.
Oh, absolutely. We saw this in the last tournament too. The timing push by the SS because they get 2 half tracks with SD.
It's kind of one of their like unique features.
That's true, but we do have 2 Soviet players, and let's see if they're.
Alright, we got a bunch of reinforcements on Barbara's side going against 3-2-1, but the grenades are still coming in.
We also have a gas truck. Okay, it's on one of the naturals for the allied player.
Yeah, all of the mechanized seems to be going to the left front, except for this SSD. So the allies may be able to break through and push 3-2-1 out, as long as they don't get too wrecked by the grenades.
We have a bit of a brave play by Barbara on the far left flank. He's put a lot of his troops on just move at will, which means the AI will help him advance, but the AI is not renowned for being all that great, so we'll see if that works.
We've already got an M3 AT gun coming in from Barbara, which should be able to deal with that SSD, unless RNG hates them.
He needs to get it deployed. You know, there was an instance in the last tournament where I believe I got an AT gun just in time to fucking dunk one of those half tracks. So you got to get it up quick, otherwise they overrun your position.
So Cornstarch, yeah, Cornstarch's got to be paying attention here. He has an AT rifle, but it's not in position yet.
They're coordinating too. So you gas truck goes down. We have coordinated SSD and the flame half track.
Yeah.
We'll see if they, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of disagree with that. I would have split them up, hit them both sides, different sides at once.
Well, you want to overwhelm their AT capability. If one of them goes down, you make sure you kill the AT, and then you could just roll over their side.
Yeah, but at this point in the game, any kind of AT is not going to be that much of a worry for the SSD.
This is too far forward.
Yeah, I mean, they're not pushing anything. There's no guys here. They're just.
It looks like they're gonna completely wipe this side.
Well, there wasn't.
He is hitting the flam wagon.
Yep. Took a hit.
Still not dead though. Good old fire makes it not explode. Because reasons.
If he takes that out, that's a coup, because it's done very little.
Yeah, it's relatively cheap though.
You say that. There's a cooldown and an opportunity cost.
Oh, the AT rifle goes down. Is it gonna go and grab it? Yeah, he is.
And semi-immobilized.
Oh, but here comes the grenade spam. It doesn't matter if that AT rifle goes down permanently.
It's still up. I'm looking at
No,
a grenade.
well, he just picked it back up and he's getting chased down by suicide chargers.
I see that, but they missed and they only come with 1 grenade. Otherwise,
got another hit, still not dead. Here comes the SSD too. The MG might get him.
Oh, hold up.
There's an Izu AA about as well. Not sure where that is.
No. Yeah, that is no.
No, that's SG-43.
Yeah. Take a look at the other side of the map.
Flame tanks being immune to dying, as usual.
Yeah, that fits pretty well for a Robz game. Lines are pretty static on the rest of the points, however, though we do have a decent allied presence on the far left that's threatening them.
We got a massive amount of infantry over here on the eastern side with Barbara and 3-2-1.
Yeah, no, like he's actually threatening it, and granted they have a lot of Japanese troops here, but they're all suicide chargers. They're trash. He needs to get some.
No, some of them are Imperial Guard.
Yeah, but you gotta hold those back and get some fortifications up. And tell them
it does.
A lot more vulnerable. But yeah, he's flooding the point, hoping to.
SSD still running through.
I will say, contrary to what we both believe, the Jeep has gotten 10 infantry kills and it's still going strong.
So we got M20 up that's going to try to kill the SSD. But the SSD is wrecking face right now. There's a whole charge coming through that is getting hit.
Oh, yep. Excellent play by the Axis. They broke through and they're now exploiting. The
AT rifle also hitting it.
But it doesn't seem to actually damage it or penetrate because it's still going fine.
Well, it's causing a lot of lag with all that flames.
Yeah, we called it like strategic lag.
This flamethrower that the Red Army Terra has in the center should be flaming that out, the SSD.
Yeah.
Oh, and it died.
Nah, flaming out an SSD isn't super consistent. I would say, though, if it crashes, keep in mind that it's only a win if it is overwhelmingly in favor of one team or the other, which it is not.
This SSD is just going to town right now. They really need to be dealing with this bear.
Yeah, they need to focus it. But that said, it's killed a lot of infantry. However, they have it kind of pushed up, and their suicide chargers capping their right natural.
Yeah, if you look at it, like their entire flank was just cleared by that. That's why I personally think flame tanks are a little over impressive. This thing has been hit repeatedly and just still hasn't died. And there's still the flame panzer on the other side.
SG-43, good kill for the SSD.
Yeah, there's still Flame Panther 3 alive as well.
Get an AT rifle on its
this
flank.
charge from Terra doing incredibly poorly. It's just getting grenade microed. There goes about 20 guys from one grenade.
I'm a little disappointed. They should have expected this. With Japan and the SS, that timing attack is really, really strong. It's taking considerable hits, the SSD, from an AT rifle and a 50 cal.
Yeah, I mean, they're getting a lot of bad RNG here as well. There was an M3 AT gun that he had over here. Still over here. Still hasn't killed the SSD over here.
The flame half-track is reversed so that the MG42 in the back is actually effective. That's very good play by the Axis players.
Oh, we have a pack coming out from another Flame Panzer wagon from spawn, and there's also a Honi on the field. And a second SSD.
Needs to make a push on the eastern flank and actually get that at least contested, and that'll force them to divert resources to the other side of the map. But we have the Honi 75 mil is supporting that, so it looks like they want to hold it.
The Axis are going hard in on their SP. They're already down to 9 SP for the one Japanese player. That would be 3-2-1.
I wish we had a list of people so we could see their...
Score-wise, it's pretty much a one-sided destruction right here. The Axis have twice as much score as the Allies.
That is true. Give them some time. I'm not going to call this game just yet.
No. They've spent a lot of their SP. One of the Flame Panzer wagons goes down over here to an AT rifle. SSD goes down to the AT gun.
We're going to see a lot of Shermans here before too long. I disagree with the M20. I don't like the M20.
He could have used it. He was trying to buy something in panic to deal with that SSD quickly, but he didn't use it. He was not close enough to really do anything with it.
I imagine, yeah. Granted, it'll still be
guessing
useful
he's loading
because of
AT?
all the infantry. Yep, the T-60 is. I imagine that's going to be very good against all this light armor.
I mean, you say that, but it's also an SSD. It doesn't detonate, so it's kind of hard to kill.
You got to penetrate and kill all the crew. That is true, but it has been immobilized.
Oh, there's a second SSD coming
in the middle. Granted, there wasn't a lot here for it to kill, but this is going to overrun them and force to actually recommit to taking it back. So we're seeing a lot of territory loss to the Allies, but not monetary loss just yet. So if they play it right, they have the income advantage to take this back, but they have to be careful because there's a fuck ton of support here for the Axis guys. Yeah, they're very much committing to
a lot of infantry on both sides here, just kind of creating them a no man's zone over on the eastern flank between Barbara and 321. These Imperial Guards with the machine guns, got 2 or 3 of them over here, are going to be able to keep back any standard riflemen from the Soviets, and they don't really have a lot of firepower.
Yep, T-60 is moving into the middle point in order to maybe kill the SSD.
Yeah, but they got
the 20 mil, yeah. Seeing micro from 321 on these suicide chargers. He really seems intent on taking the
PTRD still killing more stuff.
As it should. If you're a PTRD, I expect he's going to get a lot of kills.
Oh, the flamethrower got detonated and wiped out his own squad. Oh, I think he detonated his own flamethrower. That's sad.
That's a dangerous shot, guys. They can take a hit, and then that's the entire squad gone. This SSD is still mobile when it's moving to threaten the leftmost natural for the Allied players.
Yeah, the Allies really should be using their AT better. There's an AT in these partisans over here, Panzerfaust. That M20 has a bazooka in it. They still have not pulled out. That could be dealing with these.
Committed to this early game rush. The Allied players could make a comeback with an armored timing push.
It's going to come down to the mass Sherman push.
Mass Shermans and mass T-34s, they're going to get them at about the same time. And if they mass those, they can overwhelm this pretty seriously, because all they have is the 75 mil Pony. That's about the extent of it.
Score-wise, I mean, we're 10 minutes in, we're only at 25 scores, so they've got plenty of time to make a comeback, but they're still failing on counting this grenade micro here. Partisans are just not very good at dealing with it. They don't come with a ton of grenades.
Yeah, I don't like partisans. They're bad.
Hack is up front now here as well. They've got a lot of support weapons over here now, and our Flam Panzerwagen. It's over on the western side by the Izu AA. So that's going to make this very difficult. Oh, we got paratroopers coming in from the Axis players while dropping. Oh, we got the tank bush coming down.
They dropped it. All right.
Here's all the tanks.
Are they doing the Shermans as well? Oh yeah. So we got 6 T-34s on the field. A charge will make that 7 T-34s. Anything from the American player?
And they may not have theirs yet, quite yet.
Okay, but it's going to be soon. They get a the Croc and the 105 mil. Very, very strong.
Yeah, they're really going to put us left side over here. The Honey is a threat, but it's not a major threat. The right side is way more reinforced. I mean, you can see the amount of Imperial Guard over there with bazookas. We got 1, 2, at least 2, 3 bazookas over here. And then there's multiple Fallschirmjäger Panzerfaust and Fallschirmjägers with the upgraded anti-tank grenade. The one that decided the last tournament that Darwin used, the Panzergranate 61 with its 130 millimeters of pen. Granted, it's been nerfed since then, and that was a large part of why it was, but still. Those pairs have dropped, and it looks like they're not going to be very effective. They dropped right in the middle of a ton of infantry.
Well, I almost completely missed the paras, but yeah, they go down with a bit of a splat. Not very effective. This armored push seems to be verging towards the middle.
Well, they managed to push out the western point temporarily. We really need to see some Shermans on the field so we get some white phosphorus out, or some Su-76s.
They need white phosphorus like a bad kidney's candy. Like, they really do. That would clear out so much of this and do so well, but we're not seeing it yet.
Since the mortar range change, I've become really fond of the mortar carriers, because they don't die very easily from enemy mortars, and they still have, like, the really good new range that mortars have.
That is true. T-34, no, that's an SSD. The shell shattered. Alright, SSD's taking hits. Very nice.
The Axis must be banking for something. We're not seeing a whole lot coming out of their spawn. We got some Panzerfaust infantry, and we'll see if they can make the use of those.
You say banking, I'm saying they've bought a lot. There's a lot of Axis material on the field, along with like Fallschirmjäger squads that got thrown away. So, they're not saving that much money.
This Ho-Ni is going around completely unoppressed. And
has it gotten any kills yet? Because it's just kind of.
I think it's gotten one, but this T-34 is getting bullied pretty hard. You've got bazookas and Ho-Nis firing at it. RPGs, I should say.
Yeah, I will agree to that. They still seem to be getting pushed back. Granted, they have a lot of equipment on the field. They're just not utilizing it yet. The Allied players. I mean, we're seeing a great early game push from the Axis, and if they can lock it down, then that's probably game. I
mean, it's hard to push Japan back once they get this far. Because they're just going to have so many RPGs. And there's a fair bit of cover on this side.
White phosphorus, white phosphorus,
yes,
white phosphorus. You get the heavy mortars for the Soviets, and that'll wide area clearing like it's Vietnam. That shit
That's definitely what they should be doing. We got another 20mm coming in. I'm not sure how useful that's going to be at this point against T-34s and such. I mean, I guess I could deal with this M20 and deal a little bit to the infantry, but there's not a lot of other targets for it.
Not just that, I would like to see mass Scots from the American player, or Scots in a 105, or just, you know, because they get a lot of white phosphorus.
The Ho-Ni finally got that T-34.
Yep. The Jeep from the beginning has actually outlasted some of those T-34s. So it's kind of
T-34 trying to get some flanking shots on the SSD, shell shattered. You know,
it's the second time I've seen that. It's done absolutely nothing. Oh, we are seeing the beginning of the white phosphorus spam going down. One hitting directly on the SSD. Where's that coming from?
Oh, that was a rifle grenade, I think. That was the rifle grenadier, somewhere around there.
So they're not quite a dedicated push, but they are retaking the
T-34 engaging the Ho-Ni. He's got a little bit of a hill cover.
This could be the start of a comeback, considering how much the Axis has put into this.
Yeah, the T-34 is still relatively exposed. His gun depression is not very good, as is traditional with Soviet tanks.
Yeah, well, you don't need gun depression when you have 6 tanks. That's all right.
I mean,
we'll see if we can make it work, though. There's an infantry push that's skirmishing with just the ludicrous amount of Imperial Guard here on the western side.
I'm surprised we're not seeing heavy mortars or. We might see a 200. That might be what the one
Oh,
Japanese
God,
player
the
saving
SSD
towards
is
the
still
200
alive.
millimeter.
Still alive, and it's making a push on that.
Yeah, 3-2.
Easternmost now.
Oh, he fucking missed with
the pack gun takes out.
the pack was
T34.
there, and then we got this T34 about to take out this SSD.
Oh god, there's a fucking shock squad.
But he's
here.
gonna
It's about
lose
to
the
be melted.
SSD. He's gonna lose the T34 to this SSD if you don't kill it very quickly. Got a lot of flame on him already.
Yeah.
Oh,
Shock
it
squad
bounced!
melted.
It bounced!
That's bullshit.
Oh my god. He still hasn't burned. Oh, nope, there he goes. He's burned out.
This is what you guys deserve for voting in a tournament without rules. There's mass SSDs.
Oh, we got the counter flamethrowers going on. We got 2 different flamethrowers flamethrowing the SSD.
It's not gonna help. It takes
I mean,
so long.
it will do it. It will do it. We got 3 flamethrowers. This is mass flamethrowers. I've never seen someone use this many flamethrowers. That should kill it.
Damn track damage. Now is their chance while it's immobile.
Oh, there it goes. That was
Taking out the shock
expensive
squad.
to kill that SSD though. Very
Yeah.
expensive.
Now that in mind, they have retaken both their natural and the lefternmost middle.
Oh,
So
the Honey gets that T34.
this could be the start of a comeback, but
This Honey's up to 2 vehicle kills.
they have to be very careful. Honey is slowly making itself cost effective.
I mean, I think 1 T34 is about the cost of a Honey, so...
Well, those T-34s were free, however.
Well, not free. They cost SP.
Well, so did the SSDs, which melted some inventory, granted. We have 2 T-34s still alive on the west side, and they're kind of supporting
A lot of 321 guys are out of ammo here over on the eastern flank, so if he doesn't re-ammo them, it could be possible that the Soviets could just push through with just infantry. There's only really a knee mortar laying down any
They've
considerable
also
fire.
not fortified any of the eastern side. There's no sandbags, very few emplacements. All the SS and P-42 guys are on the western side. So this eastern side, that seems like an opportunity for the Allied guys.
Yeah, it's been such a fast-paced match because the one side is playing so aggressive that neither side has really had the opportunity to dig in.
So, okay, the Honey is kind of centralized on the eastern side. But that said, if they get anything like a jumbo or hell, even a IS-1 would be enough to lock down that side and just
We
overrun
have
them.
1 officer on the field for the Axis and 1 officer on the field. No, 2 officers on the field for the Allies.
Good to see.
We actually have a suicide charger that's managed to make it back into the Allied spawn, so that's going to be able to spot anything that the Allies have, as long as it doesn't get caught, which it shouldn't. I mean, he really should move into this bush because it'll give him just a little bit more stealth.
We're seeing a lot of kills coming from rifle grenades, which are really annoying, but they're very effective, and they seem to be pushing back
Fallschirmjäger rifle
here.
grenades. I mean, rifle grenades were nerfed pretty hard, and then they got a little bit of a buff. I think they're okay where they are now, even on Fallschirmjägers. We
Need
have...
to test it. Oni is moving into position on the far eastern side. He seems to be engaging a...
T-34 that's just been
T-34,
sitting
yeah.
back there.
Yep. They need some heavier armor in the field. They really
I mean,
do.
the T-34 should be able to deal with these homies.
Well, Oni, isn't it just one?
Yeah. It only has 25mm armor at the max. I mean, he
They
does have
should have been focusing it down.
he does have 10 more range, but that's kind of moot when you have 4 T-34s. Or did.
Very true. We have a Wolverine down on the field.
Yes,
center
very good.
left. Either
We also have a
that-
T-34-85 coming in as well.
Excellent choice. Is it the SP buy or the MP?
It is the MP. We don't have a guards. And
Interestingly, that is going to the western side, which I disagree with.
Yeah, the Red Army has the assault one, which comes with 2.
Very true. That said, they have 3
T-35.
T-34s, one of which is an 85 moving to this western side. So we could see some kind of an armored push. They can take out
We
that pack.
we still have an SSD locking down the first point in the non-naturals. They tried to get it with a shock flamethrower, but didn't quite work out for
Shock
numbers.
infantry is recapturing the rightmost natural of the Allies to make it 3-4, which, granted, they're still losing, but that...
Well,
again,
that I wouldn't consider that.
heavy
I guess it's
artillery
a
coming
natural.
down. I don't know where it is, but I'm seeing it land on that rightmost natural. Another T-34
Must have
coming
missed that.
down. T-34-85 coming down for cornstarch, spawning in the eastern side. Or western, excuse me. Yeah, they're beginning to recap their rightmost natural. And this could be...
We got more
I say
SSDs
they
coming in.
invested a lot in this. Oh, fuck.
Oh,
T-34-85
T-34-85.
takes the hit, and it's dead.
Yeah, I'd really like to see some artillery from the Allies. I think that could really help
really
turn
need
this.
it, yeah.
There's just
That
so
would
much
fuck up the
anti-tank over here on the left side that they're not going to be able to get through it very easily.
I mean, they have an opportunity here on the east side. I'm just not sure if they know it yet. Barbara is sitting with the 76 Wolverine. He's hunting for something. He's not manualing it yet. It's kind of behind a hill, but he can make that work.
This pack really hasn't moved a whole lot. I mean, it's
No, it
moved
hasn't.
a little bit, and now he's moving it now, but should have been a target at some point.
Especially with the increased mortar range, you could at least decrew it and make him, force him to, pay attention to that rather than microing infantry in his front line. We're seeing grenade spam going up. We got shock troopers and American infantry. Now just shock troopers versus suicide chargers. Although the suicide chargers get their grenades stuck in a tree, so it's not very effective. Yeah, there's definite artillery somewhere. I don't know if it's Allied or Axis. I'm seeing it land and then right natural.
Seeing it from cornstarch.
Another SSD coming down for one of the Japanese players, wild style. It's looks like it's headed for the mid or the right or the eastern side. Yeah.
I'm not sure what we're seeing that from because you're right at the cornstarch.
I'm almost certain it's artillery. Yeah, hold up.
It looks like a mortar.
Okay, the pack is being moved back to rearm. I'm certain. Yeah, it looks like a mortar or like a light artillery piece, maybe a howitzer, but I'm not seeing where it's coming from.
Big old charge coming down the mill, all grouped up. They're gonna get mowed down most likely.
As expected.
If you're gonna use the charge, you gotta really spread them out. We got grenade spam coming in. It should be.
I'm seeing 3 more T-34s, probably the SP-5 coming down from Terra as well. The Axis are pretty secure, the rightmost natural with the Allied players.
We have a Chiha 120 on the field. That'll deal with most of the Allied armor, especially if it gets into a hull down position, which it can do quite well due to its low velocity.
Disgusting, yeah.
This is a fail over here. 3-2-1 managed trade pretty well. The suicide chargers in the middle. And we've got the discharges as well. He should have been microing his own grenades to try to cause the suicide chargers to jump instead of continue running, but we didn't see that. The score is starting to close down here. We're now to 76.
It's closed down.
Out of 125.
They still have an opportunity. I will not say this is nearly over. Eknan is transferring units. Or no, Eknan is giving units to the Japanese players.
The Allies need to take 2 points right now.
Yep. Cheeto on the field, the high velocity 75 mil, in addition to another SSD and a Chiha 120, which you already
The Cheeto is going to be oppressive unless we see a slugger out for the Allies.
Again, I would have really liked to see an IS-1 or some kind of heavy armor.
I don't think the IS-1's out yet, and I don't like the IS-1. It's not that good.
Usually I would agree with you, but like the heaviest thing they have anti-tank-wise is Pack 40, so as long as it's supported with infantry, that could be extremely impressive against the Axis.
I think they just need more continual
Honing 3
infantry
finally goes down to a regular T-34.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. We now have a Chiha 120 and a Cheeto on the field, which are going to kind of define. We also have a Tiger on the field from the SS. He's screwing you up with elite tank crew.
No, as you should.
Or veteran tank crew.
In addition, though, we have an 85 mil that's still alive in the backfield for the Allied players. That could be a definite counter to the Tiger, in addition to the regular T-34 and M8, or M20, excuse me. Which is has that cannon. A lot of infantry here, both sides, but primarily it looks like it's suicide charges everywhere.
Would there be a way to get your voice up slightly? I have you up to 200%, but Crab said you're a little quiet.
Oh, he's got to be joking. Here. I'll try and max it a little bit.
I could possibly turn my game volume down and turn the master up a little bit.
It doesn't look like it's on my end. My
yeah, let me adjust that then.
Yeah, my mic audio is, I don't know, it's not down at all. Or actually, check to see if you don't have me like lowered in Discord. Oh, hello.
I hit the options button. That might have been a mistake. Apparently, it froze my game.
Tell him not to just yet.
Tell him what?
Have you crashed?
No, I haven't crashed. I haven't crashed.
All right. Drop into their voice chat. Tell them not to kick you quite yet.
Don't kick me quite yet. I was going to change my options. It froze my game.
If we lose, I'm blaming you and Kira.
I mean, you guys have already would be winning if you guys crash.
They buy the rockets when we lose.
Yeah.
Focus, man.
Then you wanted to host. OMG.
Well, I shouldn't have clicked the options button, evidently.
No, it's not that. I just
I'm
got
si-
back from school, man. Don't count.
Oh, wait, hey.
Wow.
I'm paused.
You
Hurry.
Am I back in yet? I don't think I am.
No, you're timed out.
Oh, I'm out completely.
Yeah, you're timed out.
Interesting. Alright, well, I'll pop back down the admin and figure it out. Alright, please bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. We have a slight issue. I should not have clicked options. Dio, I need you to stream.
I am streaming. I can't guarantee the quality though, because the game itself is running like ass at this point. We had an SSD ignite in the middle, most point, and that's burning everything around it. Commanding your soldiers with 10-second delay. Yeah, I feel that. I really do.
Alright,
Alright.
well, the audio is not going to be optimal here, but we have something, so we can at least see the game still. I will have to adjust my options after the match, so I don't crash.
I'll try to move it as little as possible so you can actually like tell what's going on, because I know the
Right.
quality's.
You can move
maybe
around a
needs to
little
boost
bit.
this server so we can get 1080p. But yeah, relatively static since we last saw. That armor from the Axis is advancing to the middle field. However, they do have a lot of solutions. The T-34 is taking out all their support weapons, so definitely room for a comeback. They could take 2 points very quickly and very, just like that, secure the advantage. It kind of depends on if they deal with that Tiger and the Cheetah 120. Oh, T-34. Oh, no, it's a regular T-34, so not too big of a deal for them. I know it looks like a big
The
explosion.
20 centimeter was credited for the kill. I assume something else actually hit it, and the 20 centimeter got credited.
Yeah,
So-
it looks like it was the pack, the pack 40 that took it down.
Gotcha.
Type 4 RPG takes out another base T-34 buy. Neither of those is the 85 mil, but they still hurt. The 20 mil takes down the M20, which the M20's been there for a while. Oh, the third of those cheap T-34s goes down to the Cheetah 120, so they definitely know it's there now.
I mean, it's getting expensive. Each one of those T-34s costs over 300 MP, so...
No, those are the
adds
SP
up.
buys, every single one of them.
Well, yeah, but it's still the equivalent.
That is true, but you got to realize they bought 2 flame half tracks for the SS and then another one in addition
yeah,
to like 4
I
or
mean,
5 SSDs at
you-
this point.
you can
so
see-
they have,
You can
they
see
have
that.
room to float. That's what I'm saying.
You can see 321 is completely gas right now.
Absolutely, he's out of money, and it's gonna be a little bit before he has access to that latter half of the game. So, like I said, there is room for a comeback here, and their score, it's not too terrible. Although Terra seems to have lost
they're-
quite a few vehicles. Up,
They're gonna
Well,
need the move quickly, and
they know about the Tiger. They took out the SG-43, which is not a very good valuation, but they
They're-
know it's here and they know where it's at now.
they're gonna need both an answer to the tanks of the Axis, which they have to deal with both indirect and the raw firepower of the Tiger, and they're also going to need a way to deal with all this dug-in infantry behind hills and buildings and stuff, which is white phosphorus.
Keep in
but
mind, most of that infantry is suicide chargers.
yeah, but
Unless you're on the west side.
it can still stop infantry.
Another cheap T-34 goes down to an RPG.
We
so yeah,
really need to see some white phosphorus. 20 minutes into a game with 3 factions that can access white phosphorus, and we haven't seen any of it. Actually, the Japanese can use it too. We haven't seen any from the Japanese either.
yeah. This kind of a map where you've got this static line of defense, you really need just all the white phosphorus you can get, and it's not that expensive. It's a light artillery piece, or hell, even a Scott, which comes with quite a few shells. And that should be, if you're playing Allied, that should be like the second thing you go to beyond, tanks, of course.
Yeah, I don't know if I quite agree that it's a static line of defense. I mean, there's been a lot of shifting back and forth, but it's been slowed down. I wouldn't call it static. Nobody's really dug in.
Oh, west side is very, very, very static. They've been there for a while. Granted, you've got like suicide charges behind the hills, but primarily it's just like Fallschmagers reinforcing the cheap, shitty infantry. Oh, Tiger? No, that's a Cheeto.
Yeah, that Cheetah's going to
yep.
be impressive. Nothing has the range to really reach that.
What is? Oh, 230 meters. God, that's
Yeah.
actually really, really good.
Yeah, it's incredibly good. It's only like 650 or something like that for it.
Oh, hell, the M3 AT gun from the beginning takes out an SSD, so there we go.
They always find a use.
Yeah, that's something at least. Has the Wolverine been taken down yet? The one George had.
I do not know. I did not see it. I think it was still alive when I dropped.
T-34-85 is still up. It's been tracked, however. I wonder if it's engaging the Tiger. Oh, Jiha 120 goes down from Terra.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't
Wonder
even know
what he
what
got
killed it.
with.
No, it's just question marks, so it must have been like heavy artillery, maybe.
Yeah, either an explosion or flamethrower, one of the two.
Looks like the Axis player is trying to target the T-34-85.
He's in a bit of a risky spot, I think.
God, he's got so many of the cheap, shitty T-34 buys.
They really haven't accomplished much with them, is the thing.
No, I don't buy that more than once, unless you're like really need the armored backup. I would have bought like another 85. Cheeto goes down.
Cheeto goes down. That's
And this is
really
kind of what I was saying. You know, if they can make it, you know, at the very least. Oh, hold up though. Yeah, they need to cap 2 more points in order to at least stop the score ticking back on them.
Well, I think they only need. Yeah, they need either decap 2 or cap 2 or something of that combination.
Right now, the best option for that is 100% on the east side, because they've already killed most of the supporting armor. They've really only got the Tiger left.
They need to be dropping white phosphorus in here to clear them up a line.
God, yes. Granted, oh, okay, hold up. These are Imperial Guard that are kind of behind reinforcements. And behind that,
but they're wooden fences. They break easy, and white phosphorus will clear them out nice and easy.
Well, the unfortunate thing is, at this point in the game, with this much lag, it's actually really, there's a lot of a struggle to take down infantry, even if you've got something like an M16. It's just the AI is lagging because the game is lagging, and that just makes it really, really tough to take down large amounts of infantry with vehicles.
Yeah.
Again, white phosphorus is the solution.
White phosphorus also lags the game more.
We
got a Fury
push. We are seeing an
the Fury's shutting down the Tiger right now.
Excellent, as it should. We're still seeing large amounts of armor from the Soviet players as well as the U.S. player. He still has a Wolverine back here, but he's not really utilizing it. I think it's supporting the 85 mm T-34.
Yeah,
but we're seeing infantry from the Allies approach both the middle point and the middle right-hand side.
Yeah, I think we're just now starting to see like effective use of the Allied armor.
Yeah, they're landing hits on the Tiger. Granted, it hasn't died yet; it's not even damaged, but they know where it's at, and they're landing shots on it.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, there was a penetration that happened and killed 3 of the crew, so I'm not sure what damage is to it. Click on it. Click on it.
Okay. I'm gonna click as little as possible on this game because there's a little bit of a delay. I really don't want to crash and then have like 0 way to.
It looks like his horizontal turret drive might be broken.
That I tend to agree. He's not moving that at all. So yeah, that may have been a penetration that is relevant on that. Oh, hello.
Essentially making that Tiger pretty useless.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of. Oh, these are like partisans. Okay.
The Allies are really gonna have to start kicking in the gear though. They're only 25 points away.
They need to capture 2 points, and they need to do it now before it gets down to like the last couple points. If they do that, the pack takes out a regular T-34.
That pack has just been doing work all game.
Again, they should have located that and brought it down with white phosphorus, or at least decrewed it. Make him pull it back.
Yeah. The RPGs are strong, but you know, if they decreed that pack out in the range, and then we could have just seen a tank deal with it without the RPGs really being able to do anything. But we didn't see that.
Slightly good play from one of the Soviet players, Cornstarch, here is we've got a trench with Marines fortified in it, like the Soviet Marines. And those are overlooking the point, so they can actually bring guys up to help start capping that.
The first fortification we've seen all game. True.
Yeah. Oh God, yes, and it's a very good position. So props to him for that. We're seeing grenade skirmish here between suicide chargers and it looks like partisans probably. So not super decisive on either side, although it looks like the suicide chargers got the better of it.
As they've been tending to do all game, we haven't really seen a lot of good counter micro going on.
Then again, with this much lag, micro becomes very, very difficult.
I mean, yeah, to some degree.
Fury has moved up. Fury is just south of the center point.
I'm curious to know what damage it has to it.
It looks like just a track, but I'll click on it. Fuck it. Yeah, it's just a track. It's been decrewed slightly.
Well, that's
or
not
that
that
may
big
just
of a deal.
because it got. Oh, hello.
Tiger's still doing work. I would assume that's what that was.
Didn't kill anything though.
There is another Cheeto on the field.
The Axis are using snipers. Snipers really are the key. I'm convinced of this.
And here Des tried to tell me snipers are not useful at all.
There's a sufficient mass. Tiger's still taking hits.
Snipers, you don't want too many of them because the key thing about them is that they use 5 CP each, so they'll absolutely wreck your CP.
Well, again, one of the Japanese players only has 13 CP on the field, so
Well,
he's completely out of money.
he has a lot of like crap, and all of his officers, I assume. Yeah, he has all 3 officers. It's 3-2-1.
He's putting crew back inside the Tiger. It's taking hits, non-penetrating though. That 85 mil needs to land a hit. 'Cause
That Fury needs to have HVAP in it, or it's not going to be able to deal with that Tiger very well.
Well, they've got enough options because it's like, look at this Tiger. You can land a hit through the house with the 85 mil and maybe even pen the side armor. The 85 is very consistent versus Tigers.
Oh, so his turret is working again. I'm curious to know what happened.
Okay, we're seeing Axis infantry capture the leftmost natural for the Allied players. At this point, I'm going to say they're going to struggle to make the push and take them back.
Yeah, that might be game here.
Oh, and
Fury
the Tiger
goes
takes
down.
down the Sherman Fury.
Yeah, I think it's safe to call it game at this point.
Yeah, pretty good game. Very, very good early game rush. If you want to know how to make that work as the Axis, specifically with an SS and a Japanese player, then this is definitely the game to watch. They did very well.
I mean, we've seen this repeatedly in all the 2 other games that this game sucks has played, is that they focus very heavily on the early game rush, which is kind of the meta, but I would expect qualified players to be able to handle it better.
They were very vulnerable for significant parts of this game, so if you're an Allied player wanting to know how to beat them, White Phosphorus. Holy shit, I can't say it enough.
White Phosphorus or making use of the shock flamethrowers better. They saw some use, but it wasn't as much as I would have liked to see.
It's incredibly hard because this game has been lagging almost since the outset, just because the sheer amount of infantry in flames. It's hard to dedicate micro when shit is like running at 1 frame per second. God, this T-34-85 has taken hits, but he's not dead yet. Props to them for that, I guess.
Yeah.
Although they have stopped the Axis cap on that leftmost natural, and they still have infantry in position to neutralize these 2 middle points. So
yeah, but
I will say there is potential for a Hail Mary here. I will say that.
I find it highly unlikely. Is that an IS-1 there?
Yes. Pardon?
Is that an IS-1 right there, or is that an IS-2?
IS-1.
Yeah, so it's not going to be very effective.
Oh, no, never mind. T-34-45 goes down to the Tiger. It's just it's a massacre now.
I think the ISU-122 would just be coming online right about now, maybe a little bit earlier.
KV-8 has taken hits. They bought the flame tank, which, granted, they should have done it a long time ago, but it's been taking heat hits from an RPG. So
that could have done with the SSDs really well.
Yep. He's got an SNLF Marine 321 with an RPG on the flank. Granted, the KV-1 is almost as bad against heat as like the Panzer III is, but he still seems subtracted.
The RPG has more pen than the bazooka, but it's still going to struggle.
Direct hit on the SNLF Marine.
Those, you really have to hit the turret on the KVs, and even then it's only a chance.
We have 15 points left.
They're not Panzer Shreks.
I'm not even faking it. This is kind of exciting. They have enough forces in position to neutralize 2 of these points. And if they do it, they have at least a chance.
I mean, it all comes down to what the Allies have banked SP-wise. If they can roll out some mortars and stuff, they might be able to do it, but I find it unlikely.
It's really unfortunate that we don't have a way of watching that, but it is what it is.
Well, the KV-8's going down. It just took a hit.
Yeah, that's the Tiger noticing it. It still
no,
seems
that was an
functional.
RPG. RPG hit it. It's to the left. And
oh, there we go. Yep, there it goes. 3-2-1 with another RPG. That one's Imperial Guard. Well done. So that proves the infantry micro isn't impossible, even if it's running this ass. The IS-1 is moving up in the middle, supported by infantry. Oh my god, this is actually really close. He's taking hits from the pack, but again, he doesn't really need to fear that very much.
I mean, that natural still hasn't been secured by...
that's the Tiger on its right flank, in addition to... Oh, that's just a half-track. Okay. Oh, the IS-1 goes down to... Dude, they need more infantry support. Holy shit. That RPG, and especially 3-2-1, has gotten so many fucking kills with that this match. Several T-34s in addition to an IS-1. Granted, he still has another IS-1 on the field, but...
Yeah, but the IS-1's not saying sideways onto a Tiger. Oh.
If they had any chance in winning, that other IS-1 needed to stay alive. And the Cheeto takes... Another Cheeto takes down the second IS-1, and that is probably game for team This Game Sucks. God, a lot of armor lost in this game. Take a look at the final scores with all those red bars. Oh, Jesus. This game's even on an SSD, and it's, well, okay, that doesn't really help, but...
And we'll get to see the factions flipped in the next game, and we will see how the team Dave does with the Axis. If we're going to see them also play super aggressive, but I don't think we're going to see that. I think we're going to see
I
a
don't
lot
want to
more
see
German.
a Japanese play. I want to see pure Wehrmacht with MG42 spam and shit like that.
Yeah, that's had the right to mind that.
No, but like it can be super strong with like 2 Wehrmacht and maybe an SS, or hell, if you're brave, even Ostfront player. You can make that work, and I really want to fucking see that.
Dude,
but...
I can't make Ostfront work anymore. They just got hit with too many independent nerfs recently that like they're just not that good anymore. They're the only faction that I think that isn't balanced. Like they're
Probably.
playable, but they're not like competitive.
We're seeing a massacre. The Tiger is taking out all the remaining T-34s, and I have had a game where a T-34-85 went right through the front armor of an angled Tiger at like 180 range. So it's definitely killable. Have no doubt about that. But they're microing it really well behind cover, and it's just killing all the Axis armor. It's
Yeah, there's
disgusting.
also a Cheeto backing up, so even if the Tiger misses, there's a second volley coming in.
Yeah. So there was a period in this game where they could have made a very large comeback, but that period is definitively over. It is 117-4.
All three of the non-naturals are held by the Axis.
Der Krieg ist verloren. The Axis are coming for the Queen. They're not gonna come, or the Queen for the Soviet Union, I guess.
That spotter in the back is still alive from the Axis. Go look at towards the north.
Slugger. Oh shit! Slugger lands a nice hit.
Yeah,
so...
gets a. Oh,
Oh,
they're
that's just the Cheeto. Never mind. I thought it was the.
they're
Tiger.
putting veteran SS tanker in the Japanese tanks as well.
I mean, that's a really ideal
yeah.
use of MP. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie.
go look up in the north. That spotter from the Axis that they put there in the early game is still there. The blue spot over there. You see the little guy on hold fire?
I do see it. Yeah.
He's been spotting the ally spawn this whole game. It's why you really cannot let people get around your flanks. If you do, it's kind
Absolutely.
of important to like just walk some guys around just to
Especially
see.
if
Like,
this was a closer game, they could be landing artillery like on the officer, which is that's
Yeah.
a 200 P cost right there, and some other shit. God, oh man, imagine if it was a close game and they landed an artillery shot right here amidst like the 3 officers.
yeah.
Oh, it'd be disgusting. Slugger goes down to the Tiger, and that is the final, nail in the coffin. But yeah, it's done. Hope to see a better game next game. Hell, I'd love to see a tiebreaker.
I mean, it wasn't a close game, but it was a good game.
It was close enough that there were several points where the Allies could have not only come back, but very much decidedly won it, because several of the players were absolutely gas, as you said, for a good segment of this game.
They just weren't focusing the right counters.
Is that a paradrop?
There just wasn't anything to deal with the enemy.
Yeah, there's a paradrop coming in this rear point. It's
Well-
like the ultimate. They should have done this earlier, because there's 4 points left.
And they're cheesing it. They're moving it around because they saw all the infantry sitting there.
Yeah. The infantry are all out of ammo, though.
They landed to the left somewhere.
Kinda. Yeah, okay, we may see some of the bad mouthing coming down.
Oh,
Yeah, they're moving up some Fallschirmjägers to secure
he
it.
killed one of the officers with that guy sitting in the back, just like you said.
Oh, yeah, it's a fucking assassin. You know, that's what you should be doing, because that's like the highest value target you can realistically kill with a rifleman.
Yeah.
And again, at this point in the game, with this much shit on the field, the AI bugs out, especially when it's lagging this badly. So
I
you're
mean,
gonna
just
see...
just look at the amount of red dots on the bottom of your screen.
Oh, yeah. That's just the Allied. There's even more green ones, and it'd be even
Yeah.
more apparent if I was spectating the Allied. I really wish there was a way to spectate one of the other players.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully Gates of Hell gets a spectating system in, and Gates of Hell works out its quirks, and we can use
Actually,
that.
I wonder about this. I wonder if we were both, instead of spectators, you create like a 4v4 game? Well, no, because then we would get part of the income.
I mean, it would work, but you wouldn't be able to turn off Fog of War or anything, and you wouldn't be able to see other people's income anyhow.
That is true, yeah.
So it's not really an advantage.
No, I do like seeing the entire battle more.
And the game is about to end. We're at 124 or 125.
Yeah, it's a well-fought game by both of them. SSD dumb.
Words of wisdom from Cornstarch.
SSD is dumb. Robz, please nerf. It takes a lot of hits from everything and survives.
Alright guys, once this game finishes here, I'm going to kick it to intermission and get my settings worked out, and hopefully I don't crash next game. I'm sure the stream quality went way down watching it through Dio's Discord stream.
Keep in mind we have a recording. I can like punt that over to Crab
Yeah,
and
yeah.
upload it. I'm gonna end that recording. Be like 8 fucking gigs away.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and have a 15-minute mission. We're going to have some music playing. I'll go ahead and play the next scene whenever we get to the next match. And we'll have another exciting match for you. So we'll be back once the intermission's over and the players come to rest.
Round 2. Fight!
Are you streaming Imperatory?
Yes, we are back and live with round 2.
We're live with Spin the Wheel.
Yeah, pretty much. So we have the faction swapping side. Dave picked the map, which we're playing on Warfare 3. It wasn't in the tournament poll originally, but got kind of forcefully added somehow. And then This Game Sucks picked the side, and they picked the Beast one. And
We have a pure Wehrmacht team versus 2 British players, and I believe it was a US player.
yeah, so definitely 2 completely different ways of going about their alliances.
I'm seeing nothing but cancer in this map. It's going to be Fleming Panzers versus whatever the fucking British one is called, and it's going to be awful, and it's going to lag to
There's
shit.
going to be a concern about lag because this map has a lot of trees and they all spread fire, and as we've seen, tournaments, fire is meta. So yeah, it's probably going to get a little bit laggy, guys.
I'm going to say unless there's like a 60-point difference, if somebody crashes, we're just going to restart unless they really want to continue.
So I think this is mostly going to come down to the paratrooper platoons, how effective they are. I expect both British players to buy them on unlock and then buy them every time they come off cooldown. They're kind of overly, or I should say underpriced. There are a lot of caps on this map, by the way.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
But we'll see how they turn out. If they can do good with them, then they will probably win the Commonwealth ally side. If it fails horrifically, they're probably going to lose. It's really that decisive.
All right, I'm spectating the allied players. Same team as before.
Yeah. So I guess we will call South side. We'll just be like.
Yeah, make sure you're facing with the allied players in the north.
Yeah,
facing down, and the Axis players facing the other way.
We'll just call them like natural 2, natural 1.
Dude, just
middle.
line 1, line 2, and then mid.
Yeah.
All right, we get spears coming down from the Axis players.
Commandos. Commandos are an interesting choice on this map. They're much better at short range. Then we also have Paramarines, which are also interesting.
Nope. Okay, somebody's been paying attention. We get a Fallschirmjäger MG42 team.
No, that's an FG42 team.
Also a good choice. I couldn't. Okay.
I mean, the MG42 is a much better choice, but
FG42
viable.
is cheaper and it's good for this kind of map because you've got, instead of these long lanes, you've got these kind of like pockets in between the forest. I don't know. I like the FG42 personally. It's basically the Johnson rifle.
No, there's plenty of spots where there's a lot of wide open ground that the MG42.
Agreed, and they also have MG42s for that. But if you look on it, he's basically his entire line is entirely just forest.
Yeah.
Although I'd say the key one, it's going to be this is the map that has the numbered points. So Zone A. Yeah, the one with the giant like mortar shell or whatever it is. Yeah, that one is key.
They're all Zone A.
Ow. Well, that's unfortunate.
Oh, that point they just marked?
Yeah, the point they just marked is going to be crucial. They were fighting over it all of last game, although it looks like they're not really contesting it at all this game. And so the first middle 2 zones go to Team Dave.
Well, not quite yet. The one's being contested.
Oh, yeah, they basically went very much to the middle. One of them has a couple guys and a Bren team. But overwhelmingly, I'm seeing almost 4 of these are going to be predominantly Axis held by Team Dave. So, at least initially, I would say they split their troops a little bit better.
Oh, that Bren almost went down.
Yep, we're seeing the initial confrontation.
Got lucky there.
Paramarines. Yep, they bought a squad of Paramarines. That's a very good choice. And these guys are fighting regular Sturm Grenadiers at a long distance, and oh, it's disgusting.
Oh, the Fallschirmjäger team went down already. Oh.
Yep. Very good play by the Allied players.
Once again, the Axis get unlucky here. They lost out to this Bren, the Commando Bren, even though they should have killed him, and then that Fallschirmjäger team got wiped out in the first rifle grenade. That's why whenever I buy those Fallschirmjäger teams, I usually keep the one guy, or the two other guys with rifles back, just to pick up weapons.
I think this is the situation where I would have disagreed with buying Sturm Grenadiers, because they're getting picked on with multiple Bren teams at range.
There are spots where the Sturm Grenadiers would have been a good choice. Middle is not one of those.
Oh, I'm saying that you can get a Sturm Grenadier SP buy, where you get the half track and the Sturm Grenadiers. That is excellent. That is good at deploying troops to the front line a lot faster, just having him run up.
Sturm Grenadier SP buy?
Don't you get a half track full of Sturm Grenadier?
No.
Or is that an MP buy? Might be an MP buy.
That's an MP buy.
Okay, still very good.
Oh yeah, it looks like one of them bought that. Terra, or Cornstarch did.
Is that a paradrop?
Yeah, there's a paradrop coming in back here in the between natural 1 and 2 for the Axis.
That could be incredibly well. They don't have a lot of troops over
well,
here.
it might run smack dab into a...
Oh, yep. Half track.
Half track.
And, Sonderkraftzeug, or just whatever the fuck it's called in German. Yeah,
there is an AT rifle that might go down, though. That's sitting right by the cap.
Yeah, the Axis players, they have seized the Western 2 most, and they've got a lot of guys there. I don't see them taking them back, especially since they haven't invested a lot in that side of the map at all. They have a flame universal carrier, the Wasp.
Those are British paratroopers.
That's heading to the west.
That half track is starting to react. It's a little bit too late, though. If that Piot lands, they're going to be in trouble.
Nope. Yeah, he's microing it. Gotta be very careful. But,
Piot still hasn't landed yet. I'm pretty sure this is the Piot squad.
Yeah,
no, this might just be the normal paratroopers. He didn't get the SAS.
Yep. In that case, no Piot, and you've got a squad of Sturm Grenadiers and a Volks Grenadier squad. So I would say that paratrooper is. Very dead.
This guy's just running in, not getting hit somehow.
Yeah, they need to kill him. They need to focus
what
fire.
What the heck?
All right, he's dead.
Men of War AI at its best. Yes,
God,
yes.
It's horrible. You got to account for that. You really have to manual that.
Oh, we got a Wasp running up mid right now.
Did he split, or was it another paratrooper drop? Because they're now capping the first natural on the easternmost side for the Axis. They're all dead. Never mind.
So we have a Wasp going up mid. It's going to do a lot of damage. There is a half track there. It's not full of guys, but it's still a half track that's going to get wrecked.
Granted, this isn't super decisive because this map is so fucking big that nothing can be. One of those paradrops is cleaned up by the half track.
That Wasp will catch that half track.
Ooh, yeah, that is disgusting. They need an AT rifle. They have a Panzerfaust they're bringing up from one of the Sturm Grenadier squads. We'll see if that's enough. Oh, he decrewed it once. You can kill it. Might be twice. That is one of the definite weak... Dude, if he kills that, he can actually just take it for himself. Oh, but the half track goes down. He needs to micro to kill the driver.
So, Axis starting off the Allies starting off very strong here. They have most of the central points as well as a couple of the naturals.
You say that. However, the Axis are looping down in a very good display of early aggression towards one of their weak sides. They've got a half track and a lot of Sturm Grenadiers who are contesting this and pushing up on the squad of.
Yeah, but we have an M8 coming in, and it has a bazooka in the half track. So, and the half track's going to be able to.
Paratrooper platoon is going down. That is a
Where's
fuck
that?
guys. They just spawned it. Big blue cluster in their spawn.
Oh yeah, the SP buy.
That is a lot of guys.
The M8 and the half track on the right flank are probably going to shut down that push from west once the infantry gets in there.
Possibly. Oh, yep, the M8. I just saw that. It's right behind it.
Another Wasp going over on the left side, doing damage.
Wasps are
really
disgusting.
need to be seeing the AT half tracks.
AT half tracks, AT rifles. They just need a lot of long range AT and not rely on Panzerfausts. This is not the map for Panzerfausts, in my opinion.
No, it's not.
Alright, they're cleaning up the last of the paratroopers, which kind of opens up this side to the push. Because again, this side is big enough that very few things are going to be decisive. Because at the cost of dropping 2 paratrooper platoons on this side, the western side is almost completely unmanned. They've got like 2 guys manning 2 of these points, and if they take out the half track, it's
they only dropped
open.
1 paratroopt squad.
Really? Oh, they must have split it off really well then, because they had that element that went and capped that that closest point on the eastern side. Oh, the Wasp is massacring support crew. I don't know where that's at, but it's. Ugh.
Got this spray 1v1 going on over here.
Oh, we have at least 1 decrewed half. Oh, okay. Half track is decrewed, but he recrewed the Wasp. So it looks like he's moving up infantry to support. Yep, I talked about this in the earlier game I did.
We'll see if he detonated the half track or if it's going to get captured.
Flame tanks are only useful if you have infantry to back them up once you fucking
So many
annihilate
of these half tracks just not going to be
Oh
effective.
shit, he has an AT gun. Terra has an SDK.
Oh, yeah, he has the howitzer one.
The really good one. Oh, howitzer?
Yeah, it's not the good one. He has the one with the leash gun in it.
Oh, yeah. No, I would have bought the 3.7. The 3.7 is so much better, especially in these circumstances.
Yeah, it's not going to be very effective in this case. There is a P on standby too, so
If he can kill the wasp, it'll be effective.
he's about to lose another half track to that wasp.
He needs to pull that back. He needs to pull that back now.
He's not.
He's microing on too many fronts. That said, they are recapping their easternmost natural. Is that a paratrooper? No.
Oh, he got the wasp with a lucky shot. That was
Very
lucky.
nice.
But the half track's going to go down too.
The M8 takes out a different one, I think.
Yeah, the M8 took the one out on the western
west
flank.
side.
Yeah, there's another half track there.
This game could go either way at this point because A, it's big, and B,
The Germans are buying a lot of half tracks, and they can be very good, like just the standard half tracks, but they're not making effective use of them.
Yep, but we're seeing a very heavy cost in points from the British players. British players have, they're banking about 500 MP, but they've already spent 8 of their SP, which puts...
Yeah, the paratrooper platoon is just now arriving, though. It looks like they only bought one of them. We have the Swag Hound out, or Stag Hound 3 out.
Honestly, at this point, I would say the only good thing for the paratrooper platoon is to fortify the middle. Get some sandbags down, get those fuckers manning it, and then that would be a good usage of them.
So we do have the first 3.7 half track out.
We have paratrooper engaged by another half track and a bunch of Volksgrenadiers. So they're about to go down for little cost to the Germans, relatively. And that is on the far eastern flank, behind the middle point. As long as he doesn't decrew the half track, I would say.
Oh yeah, 321's captured the one half track in the middle.
Oh, yeah, I expected it. Oh, wait. Almost a direct up.
We have
No,
the half track still laying into it.
Yeah, Terra's chasing him down. He really doesn't want him to take that. I honestly, I'd say Terra can kill that if he's careful. Oh shit, he takes a hit from a Piat.
Oh, and it goes down.
Oh, he's got another one behind
but he got that.
Okay,
Yeah,
he got that.
They have so many of these half tracks, but they're not using them well.
They're not using them well, but it's cheap enough. Oh god, he's got a...
They're not cheap. They're almost the price of a Grenadier or Storm Grenadier squad.
How are they doing down here? They're getting attacked in the forest, but they've got a good line of infantry.
We have another wasp, or the one wasp coming over here in the left flank. It's going to take out that half track. Cornstarch.
M3A1
There is an AT
half-track
rifle, but not ready.
No, it's engaging. AT rifles engaging Ekman's U.S. half track on the westernmost side. He manages to kill that. This flank is wide open.
There's still that M8 gun around here somewhere.
Oh, yeah, I think it's dead.
No, it's they're on the right side of the road.
Oh no, I thought the engine was burning. He's almost decrewed it. If he decrews and or destroys this thing, this flank is wide open to a push. The westernmost flank, I mean.
Yeah, but the Allies are pushing way up on the east flank. That wasp cleared out all the half tracks.
Oh god, that hurts too. Unless if it blows up, okay, yeah, it's dead. And that's a hit to them, sure, but they're spending a lot on this, and armor can make a very big difference on this map. I'm hoping for a close game. I really am, because they were expecting a rush like this, and they should be prepared. You know, I'm hearing a Johnson LMG, so that's a good choice on the Allied team.
We do have Devil Brigade on the right. I haven't seen any mortar column yet. There really isn't a solid line. This map's pretty
solid
big.
Push. They're using too many Volksgrenadiers, but Volksgrenadier squad on the west side pushing down against Devil's Brigade should be an interesting little engagement.
I've heard plenty of people, especially newer people, say that you can't really push too well in Robz, but you absolutely can. This is a testament, this match. These are both good players on both sides.
Oh, he's not paying attention, and so the grenade launcher takes them all down. That's just unlucky.
Yeah, he's microing those devils.
Plus, it's a Volksgrenadier squad. I don't really like Volksgrenadiers. They're not that great.
The Volksgrenadier Sturm are good to fill in the line, but...
They're good for filling in the line and not much else.
Another half-track gonna go down to a wasp.
Oh, God, dude. He's not being careful with these half-tracks. That's like the fourth... Is that Terrace? No, it's Cornstarch.
That wasp was killed 3, maybe 4, and then the other one killed 2.
Now he's threatening their first natural line. God, They need to get some proper armor down here, or at least something.
We do have
that
a
can-
Lux going up.
Oh, very good. Okay, good choice. That could lock it down.
I would have rather just seen the half tracks with the 3.7, but you know, it works.
Let's see, what are they buying?
There's not a lot of.
Staghound going, or Swaghound going down.
It's a
for,
Staghound for the. If it doesn't have the tulips, it's just a Staghound. Swaghound is the one with the tulips.
I would argue
There-
all
there's-
Swaghounds.
There's not a lot on the east for the allies. They can push through. It's just that Wasp.
Yeah. Again,
That-
this is a very big map for armor. So if they eliminate the Wasp and get enough infantry down,
Well,
to
the
at least
Staghound's
screen-
coming over there.
Yeah, but
Or a second Staghound, I should say.
that thing is incredibly vulnerable and there's Panzerfaust.
Staghound in middle
everywhere.
being very aggressive. There are a
Oop,
lot of
Luke's,
Panzerfaust.
did it take it
over there.
down? Did it take it down? No. He's shooting at it. He wants it dead. Oh, he's chasing it down. This Luke's is
It's gonna be right
behind
close to the hill.
it. Oh my god.
Oh, unlucky again. RNG in this game, man. Can decide matches.
Oh, it definitely can, yeah. Last of the paratroopers is dying though. Those are a big. Yeah, this has got to be Sherman. He keeps putting his infantry on freely move, which I guess I agree with, kind of.
I don't.
I don't generally do it, partly because I don't ever think of it, but also because it takes control out of your hands, and I
The
don't.
first officer is out on the field.
We're
for
gonna see the
Allies.
Lukes engage the Wasp. Oh wait, Wasp.
Yeah, that's
gets
not gonna be a
decrewed.
fight. It's gonna win.
No, I know. He already got one crew taken out. If you get one good penetrating hit from that 20 mil, he's dead.
I mean, he's gonna get killed by flamethrowers if he actually tries to push that.
Oh, okay. I hope he's turning around.
I mean, it is smart to move across because if he only has one crew in that Wasp, then
Yeah,
he
he can't fire and move at the same
Yeah.
time. But he also has like 180 degrees, well, 180, probably like 90 to 100 degrees of firing arc. Oh, don't push into the flames, dude. No,
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 he's
no.
avoiding them. He's avoiding them.
Okay.
Now, whether or not it'll end up killing him or not is a question. to be
If he
seen.
trades for that, that's an excellent value on top of the allies. Oh, there we go.
It's not that great of value. The
There
Wasp
we
is
go.
only 2 SP, so it's only worth about 200. The Lux is more than that.
Well done. Lux
But, yeah, we
flanks and destroys.
Now the
flanks
question
and
is
spanks.
he going to be able to deal with the Staghound? I doubt he has APCR load. AP's going to struggle against the front of the Staghound.
Will it?
Yeah, it will.
Oh, it's already
Oh,
dead. It doesn't
yeah.
matter. Take that as it may, there's a lot of infantry and, well, it's half tracks. Yeah, they spent too much on those half tracks. But he still has that 7.5 half tracks. So it was, or no. He bought the 3.7. There was a 3.7 on this.
Oh, the Staghound goes
Swaghound
down.
goes down to
in
a
the middle.
Panzerfaust.
Yeah, in the middle, the Staghound goes down.
Oh, they had two of them? Okay.
Yeah.
Still, very good kill. Very good kill for the Axis.
I mean, they're expensive. They got their own tanker in them, and they're still 300 some unpaid.
God, yes. Oh, has he not taken out this half track yet? I know he's hitting it with the 3.7, but I guess the luck of the Americans, dude. This thing
Yes.
is tanking 3.7 rounds.
Oh, and the half track got decrewed by a white phosphorus rifle
See,
grenade.
white phosphorus. It's so okay. Rifle grenade. Okay, he finally decrews the half track. If he does that, he can push this entire western side. There's nothing here. There's like infantry, but in terms of anti-tank, he's got jack fuck. And he still has jack fuck. They're not reinforcing it at all. So one good push on this western side could secure the Axis team, at least for a tie, if not a win.
Barbara has a 223 Saint spawn. I'm not really a fan of 223. I would just get a 222. The 20mm is actually really good with those APCR rounds.
It depends on how he uses it. Like I said, if you put, oh god, they're pushing that. Yeah. Oh, dude, he killed the another fucking half track. Oh, the white phosphorus is
Oh.
coming down. They've got a white phosphorus something. Where is it?
It's a rifle grenade.
No, it's a dedicated mortar. Yep.
Oh, it is?
Or it's the M8. Yeah, it's the M8, and they've got a
Oh,
special.
yeah.
M8.
The M8's
yeah.
out of ammo.
What the hell?
Wait,
there's
what?
something dropping white phosphorus shells. It's not rifle grenades.
Oh, are they conceding already?
End it? Oh, come on.
Well, I guess that's it, guys.
Oh, man.
That was the second match. A stomp, I guess you could say.
Did somebody crash or did somebody rage?
I think that's the end. Let me go check.
Yeah. Oh, that's the end.
So you guys are conceding?
Yeah, stupid.
All right. Well, guys,
Getting
I guess that's it. So the match
fuck?
goes
You guys
to
had to go
this
to
game
that?
sucks.
No. Right side kinda.
Thank you all for
Dude,
watching.
I don't know
and,
what happened at
catch
the
you next time.
beginning, but literally